everybody, it's Music on Fire 10. I'm here today with another video. This one's going to be a little different. So I'm going to be showing you how to do a henna treatment in case you didn't see my other video while talking about split ends, one of our favorite topics in the natural hair community. So first of all, I want to talk a little bit about henna. Really want to say that I'm loving, sorry I'm like drying up water. I like henna a lot because I can tell that my hair is a lot thicker. Like, I just took it out of an updo. I had it up for this week and I was like, wow, some pretty thick hair. Like, my hair has always been very thick, but I feel like my twists now are a lot thicker even though I just wet them. So that's what I did. I wet my hair, I washed it with some black soap, and I'll come to you with a review about that a little later after I see how it works. But this is my henna, so I put it in this old shea butter container and I'm just going to apply it to my twist, and I only leave it on for 20 minutes because I'm not trying to dye my hair, and it seems to give me the good conditioning effect that it's supposed to. But you know, you trial and error how long you should leave it on. Some people leave it on all day. But anyway, so like I said, I'm just going to show you how I do it while talking about split ends. So split ends are an issue that I have. One of the many reasons I started using henna and stopped combing my hair is because I wanted to minimize split ends. So we always wonder, you know, like, can we cure split ends? Where do they come from? This and that. I personally believe there is something out there that can cure split ends, even though everyone says there isn't. That's probably why I believe it, because, you know, I'm very stubborn. But anyway, so people are saying that no, there is no cure. However, there are preventive measures, so there are causes for it, which lets me know that there has to be a cure, right? So some of the causes include, I got this on hairfinder.com. So it said that drier hair, as opposed to oily hair, is more prone to split ends. So that's why your ends split as opposed to usually the higher up portions of your hair, because those ends are a lot drier and further away from the rest of your scalp, further away from the sebum that comes from your scalp, the sebum that nourishes your hair. So one thing I would think about when trying to prevent split ends is moisture. Trying to get as much moisture as possible on the ends of your hair. And yes, so dry hair was one of the causes of split ends. So making sure that your hair is as moisturized as possible with things, in my opinion, that are natural. Things like shea butter, doing hot oil treatments with coconut oil. So I'm going to be using coconut oil today for my hot oil treatment. I'm not going to show you that because hot oil treatments are pretty easy, and I've showed that before. But hot oil treatments are great for keeping moisture in your hair as well. Yes, so that is the first thing. One of the other things that I found on the site, which I honestly didn't agree with, was one of the causes, they say, one of the most prevalent causes of split ends is brushing your hair while it's wet. Now, right now with my natural hair challenge, I don't comb or brush my hair because I take down each twist one at a time. So there's no need for the extra manipulation, which I feel like causes my hair to break more. So I don't have that problem. But back when I did comb and brush my hair, I would do both of those things while my hair was wet with water because I found it easier to manipulate my hair. So I believe that the combing and brushing your hair while wet, you know, staying away from that, is probably for those people with straight hair, because it was on a website for, you know, people with straight hair. So I just kind of got on a general site and found a few things, but that I don't believe. So I personally feel that if you are going to comb or brush your hair, do it while your hair is wet. That's just the, you know, those are just my opinions. It's not necessarily the law, but I've had better results with that. So that was another thing. What else did I write down? Okay, this was the biggie to me, one of the big ones. Perms actually affect the sebum in your hair. See? So we talked about all the difficulty and the horrible things that happen in your hair while perming, and the fact that it burns your scalp and you can't scratch your hair when you have one in there. Well, perming it, and especially excessive perming, and perming your hair the wrong way, can cause a loss of sebum in your scalp, which could make your hair a lot drier, which is why your hair breaks off so easily. Some people's hair, not everyone's hair, I'm not going to generalize, but why some of our hair breaks off so easily when we perm it. So there you go. One of the scientific reasons as to why perming your hair makes your hair break. So that was kind of scary to me. Another one was using excessive heat in your hair. So like huge watts from your blow dryers, your hair dryers, like the bonnet dryers, and hot combs, because that's what I use when I straighten my hair, curling irons, things like that. That causes a lot of dryness and damage in your hair as well, which could cause further split ends. Now what about diet? Because food is like one of my favorite things, so I always like to bring in something about diet that can increase the amount of sebum in your scalp, which in turn could increase your rate of hair growth, or rate of length retention rather. We like to call it length retention now. So there's a lot of things. So okay. It talked a lot, this kind of was strange to me, it talked a lot about hormones in your body that cause hair growth. So androgens cause a lot of hair growth, and they can be found in certain types of foods, like foods with a lot of vitamin A, foods with vitamin C, things like that, and vitamin E. So that's another reason why using vitamin E and mixing it with essential oils is often recommended for hot oil treatments, because it helps to put some of the androgens back, which help assist in sebum growth. So that was interesting because androgens, you know, are more prevalent in men, and that's probably one of the reasons, because, you know, sometimes women complain, like, why is it that his hair is growing so much faster than mine? It's totally unfair. Well, men produce a lot more sebum than women do. So that's one reason why, you know, their hair is able to grow fast. So, you know, think of it that way. Yeah. So I talked about hormones, which kind of scared me away. Like, I wouldn't want to take extra hormones just to make sure I have more sebum. I honestly think I have enough, but that's one way, so it's kind of an artificial way. And a more beneficial way, I think, is looking at what you eat. So it talks about being able to get vitamin A and things like that, eating lots of fruit. It mentioned bananas. One of my favorite fruits was on there, so that's a really good one to be able to ensure that you have lots of sebum, or the right amount of sebum in your scalp. Bananas, figs, potatoes, which I love, and sweet potatoes. So those all would help to increase the sebum in your scalp. A lot of times, I don't know why, but I've been getting this a lot when I talk to people, especially young children, about drinking lots of water. They often say, you know, oh God, I don't like drinking water, like I don't like the taste of it, I don't like water. Well, water, this is something that I would imagine anyway, helps to assist in the amount of sebum you produce. So drinking lots of water is good for you, especially if you are finding that your hair is very dry, especially in the winter months. So one thing that assists you in drinking lots of water, that kind of forces you to do it, I'm getting this henna all over the place, that kind of forces you to do it, is exercising. So soon I want to come to you with a video about how exercising can help you in length retention. But honestly, when you're exercising, you get so thirsty, you're just kind of forced to drink lots of water. So that's one of the many reasons why I love exercising. But, you know, if you have to trick yourself into getting even more healthy, working out is good for you. And it probably helps to affect the sebum in your scalp as well. It probably helps for it to travel further. But I'm not too sure about that, so I don't want to speculate. But those are the biggest things. So water was one of the things that stuck out to me the most. And the ability to keep your hair as moisturized as possible, which in turn will affect the turnover, or the amount of split ends in your hair. So that's all I'm going to talk about today, and I'm getting ready to leave this on for about 20 minutes. That's how I do my henna, and, you know, do some things around the house while I leave it in. Then I'm going to wash it out with some shampoo. You have to make sure you wash out the henna as much as possible, because you don't want it to stay in there. It can make your hair very brittle. So make sure you wash it all out. Once you do that, I suggest hot oil treatments, and then I'm gonna restyle my twist, and then I'll be good to go. So yeah, good luck everybody out there. See you all later. Bye. Thanks for watching.